this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills.
To kick off.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Fancy footwork at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Brady. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brady sacked.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Hey, that 180? 180? Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Motion, 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 motion. Hey, 66.
Shotgun now for Brady. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Tyler Bass to kick off 4.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25. Yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Powering his way forward. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens, nothing.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Hardman on the return. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 34 yards there and a first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Max Crosby on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check 24. Check 24. Motion, motion, motion. Hey, check it.
To throw is Brady. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Hardman to return. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. coming up at halftime. We remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Formation.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. No getting on this defense, no getting.
From the gun, Brady. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Operating from the gun, Brady. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm coming for you. You mine. Let's go.
To throw again, Brady. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, go 66. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
On play action, now Brady. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this 1st half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
30-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead.
He's got it at the 15. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Ravens.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the ground, it's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
The line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Mahomes pass. Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On play action, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And a Raven.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They run it again with Cook. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
3rd down.
Mahomes going to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Rosa's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. It's all in all to me, that's a good drive.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Check hot route. Hey, check it.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Makes it 3rd.
And again this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They do go for it. It's Brady. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Brady. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it complete.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 79 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 17-3.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Brady. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile.
No, 66.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Room past the 20. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
Brady's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
To throw, it's Brady.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack on 1st down, Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Bills on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Play action. Now it's Brady. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Rush cut, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Killer! Tag dog. Hey, Alabama.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. Airing it out deep for Woods. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Baltimore.
So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. He was just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
For the running back.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. seen me. You don't own it.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You remember me? You can see me.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Point after, right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Timer pass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead.
That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Baltimore.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
One final try now for Brady. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Final score,
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.